Ferrari is back in the spotlight after completing a series of tests at the Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya, as part of the Pirelli 2026 tire test. The Maranello-based team is testing with its two drivers, Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc, in an effort to adapt to the new technical regulations that will be implemented next year. Lewis Hamilton, a seven-time world champion, is adapting to his new environment after joining Ferrari, and there are high hopes that he will win an eighth title. However, one of the biggest questions is how Ferrari will handle the internal rivalry between Hamilton and Leclerc. Will they continue to claim that they do not have a number one driver, or will they be more inclined to support one of them? Let's find out. In Tuesday's test, Hamilton recorded the fastest time of 1 minute and 15.93 seconds after 86 laps. This time is only a tenth of a second faster than Leclerc's best time of 1 minute and 16.06 seconds. However, both are still behind Lando Norris, who used a modified McLaren MCL60 and recorded a time of 1 minute and 15.21 seconds with a total of 159 laps. Interestingly, the Ferrari SF24 used in this test was 1 second per lap faster than the McLaren MCL60 in normal conditions last season. However, the 20% reduction in downforce and changes in engine modes during the test can have a significant impact on performance. On Wednesday, Leclerc recorded a best time of 1 minute and 14.97 seconds after 74 laps. Meanwhile, Oscar Piastri was second with a time of 1 minute and 15.81 seconds, and Hamilton dropped to third with a time of 1 minute and 16.75 seconds. This time was 0.8 seconds slower than his best time the day before and almost 2 seconds slower than Leclerc's best time. It should be noted that the lap times in this test do not reflect actual speed, as each rider underwent a different program to help Pirelli develop new tires. Nevertheless, this test provided Hamilton with valuable experience in adapting to the characteristics of the Ferrari car. For Lewis Hamilton, the Ferrari test is part of a long process of adaptation after more than 12 years with the Mercedes team and 6 world titles. The decision to move to Ferrari is a big step in his career, and this test is a crucial moment to measure how far he can adapt to new challenges. Interestingly, Hamilton was involved in an accident with a Ferrari SF23 car during a private test some time ago, which took place in Sector 3 of the 4.6-kilometer circuit. This incident is reminiscent of similar experiences that Hamilton has had in the past, where he also had accidents when he first tested a McLaren car in 2007 and a Mercedes car in 2013. Hamilton is well aware that if he wants to be a major contender for the world title in 2025, he must adapt quickly and find harmony with the Ferrari team. One of the big challenges he faces is the difference between the Ferrari SF23 tested in private sessions and the SF24 used in the Pirelli tire tests, which is quite significant. This is important because the car used in the 2025 season will be based on the SF24 design, and this difference is one of the main elements that Hamilton must understand in his adaptation process. Hamilton's adaptation at Ferrari is certainly not limited to the technical aspects of the car, but also how he interacts and works with the Ferrari team and technicians, who have a different approach and working style compared to the Mercedes team that has been his home for more than a decade. Understanding the unique dynamics of the Ferrari team is certainly a challenge for Hamilton. Many believe that if Ferrari can deliver a competitive car, Hamilton has a great chance of challenging for the world title. However, internal challenges within the Ferrari team, which can sometimes be a stumbling block, are likely to be one of the biggest obstacles Hamilton faces on his road to success with the Italian team. Ferrari is currently facing a rather large and complex dilemma regarding their strategy for the 2025 season. One of their main challenges is the arrival of Lewis Hamilton, who directly threatens Charles Leclerc's position as team principal. In recent seasons, Ferrari has indirectly given the lead role to Leclerc, who has consistently been faster and had better results than his teammate, Carlos Sainz. Although Ferrari does not openly issue team orders, their decision to support Leclerc is evident by his natural speed on the track, which makes him the main driver the team relies on in various series. However, the situation becomes more complicated with the arrival of Hamilton, who is considered one of the most successful drivers in F1 history. His extensive experience in winning world championships and his career full of achievements add a new dimension to Ferrari's strategic planning. Hamilton's ability to lead the team to victories and world championships is an important factor that could be the key to Ferrari's quest for the title they have always dreamed of but never achieved. According to a report from La Gazzetta dello Sport, Ferrari will most likely start the 2025 season with a more neutral approach, where they will treat both drivers, Leclerc and Hamilton, equally, without giving priority to one driver. However, if in the first few races one of them shows a clear dominance in terms of speed and results, Ferrari could be forced to take a more decisive step and give full support to the driver who is considered to have a greater chance of winning the title. The main challenge for Ferrari is the fierce competition between the four big teams, Red Bull, Mercedes, Ferrari and McLaren, in the 2025 season. Every race will be very decisive, and winning every race will not be easy. With the competition getting fiercer and the other teams also having exceptional strengths, Ferrari must ensure that every step and strategic decision is really well planned. If they are to regain their long-lost glory, especially after last winning the Constructors' Championship in 2008, Ferrari must ensure that their team strategy runs perfectly without any obstacles hindering their efforts to win the title they so desperately want. The 2025 season could be Ferrari's best opportunity to win the title again after more than a decade of waiting. Towards the end of the 2024 season, the Maranello-based team showed an increasingly strong performance, giving new hope to their loyal fans. With a unique combination of Lewis Hamilton's incredible experience and Charles Leclerc's natural speed and ambition, Ferrari has the potential to be the most competitive team on the grid. However, this great potential also brings its own challenges, especially in terms of managing the internal dynamics between the two drivers. Ferrari must be very careful in managing the relationship between Hamilton and Leclerc, because if not managed well, the rivalry between the two could backfire on the team. Situations like this are not new to Ferrari. We have seen before how internal tensions between two leading drivers can hurt a team in the title race. The most relevant example is when Sebastian Vettel and Kimi Räikkönen raced together, where the ineffectiveness of the team's strategy in determining the main leader led to the loss of the opportunity to win the championship. In addition to managing the relationship between the drivers, Ferrari must also consider their long-term strategy. A big decision has to be made. Do they want to make Hamilton the main figure to lead the team to glory in the next few years, or will they continue to invest in Leclerc as a valuable long-term asset? Hamilton, with his wealth of experience and proven winning mentality, could be a central figure in Ferrari's efforts to regain dominance in F1. On the other hand, Leclerc is a talented young driver who has been with Ferrari for many years and has great potential to become a world champion in the future. The decision regarding the hierarchy within the team will not only have an impact on the 2025 season, but will also shape Ferrari's direction in the longer term. If the team decides to support one driver from the start, it can focus more on developing a more effective strategy for the title race. However, if Ferrari decides to let both drivers battle it out on the track until one proves superior, they must be prepared for the potential for friction that could disrupt the harmony of the team. History has shown that Ferrari tends to be more comfortable with a team structure that has a clear hierarchy. They often choose one driver as the main leader, while the other plays a supporting role in the title challenge strategy. However, with the presence of two highly talented drivers like Hamilton and Leclerc, this decision becomes much more complex. If Ferrari is unable to balance the interests of both drivers, there is a great risk that internal conflict will actually hinder their efforts to return to the top. With the new season fast approaching, the entire F1 world, especially Ferrari fans, will be eager to see how the team's strategy will evolve. Will Ferrari finally be able to seize this great opportunity to win the title they have long desired? Or will the internal rivalry between their drivers be a stumbling block? What do you think? Should Ferrari let Hamilton and Leclerc battle it out on the track, or would it be better to have one driver as the main leader of the team from the start? Write your thoughts in the comments section.